Good morning, everybody. We are groups of students from Faculty of Liberal Art, Mahidol University. So now we introduce ourselves first. My name is Kitisa Jurungam Sang.
My name is Chupunut Phongsawat.
My name is Phapani Buaklai.
My name is Sakson Prashadwood.
My name is Sushila Thebamlung.
Today, we're going to talk about our group project in the topic of high school English teacher. But before we start, we would like to thank to Ms. Gandam Tong for having an interview with us. She graduated from Sinakarinviro University, and now she's working at Triamudom Siksa Patanagan School. And here are the picture that we have interviewed with Ms. Gan. For the first question, why are people in our group interested in this job, or what makes this job appeal to us? First, we think this job is prestigious and important and also stable. And we think that there are a lot of welfare of this job that are very interesting. And the last is, we think this job can teach students to be obedient. The second question is, what are the main role and responsibility for people doing this job? So we can call teacher as educator or facilitator, because this job does not doing only teaching, but also have some duty that you have to do for your student and your school. So we can divide it into three parts that show in this slide. First is the main role is teaching in class. Teachers have to prepare and plan for the lessons, and also providing more document and knowledge in the classroom for the students. And the next one is school duty. It's divided into any part of school, such as school gate duty or canteen duty. And it also depends on what department that you are assigned. Example, if you are assigned elementary school, you need to teach every subject to your student. But if you are in high school, you can just teach one subject that you are graduated from. And moreover that, some duty, you have to do it on the weekend too. And the last is you need to call with the parent and student. And it's also called as homeroom teacher. So now let's move to Mr. Saxon.
Question 3. Where should people go and get more information if they are interested in getting this job? There are two places that you can go. The first is website called crew1d.com, and the second is TESOL, or Teacher of English to Speaker of Other Language. It is a community of English teachers and a training course for people who want to improve their English. Question number 4. Are there any training or language tests required for job applicants? Usually, you should have passed TOEIC, TOEFL, IELTS, or CEHR at average level of B1 and B2. But actually, it is not required. It just proves that you are qualified for this job. Because when you get into the interview part, you can submit a portfolio with this test score to prove that you are qualified to be an English teacher. Question number 5. What is the career path? First, you have to study the Bachelor of Education program for 5 years. Then, after you pass a test, you will become assistant teacher for 2 years, and then becoming a teacher. If you perform well enough, you can be promoted to higher level starting at K1 to K5. In case you have a Master of Education, you can apply to be a deputy school director and then become a school director. Next, let's move to Ms. Prapani.
For question number 6, in general, how much does a new recruit get as a starting salary? Approximately 15,000 baht. The salary of those who graduated after 4 years without a certificate will be less than those who graduated after 5 years with a certificate. In every year, the salary will be increased twice a year, and it depends on academic standing. For question number 7, what are the benefits and welfare that people working in this position will have? For the first benefits and welfare is medical expenses. You have the right to reimbursement for medical expenses that cover for yourself, your parents, your spouse, and your child. The second is you have the education welfare for your child, and you can draw tuition fee for your child. And you also get the pension, which means a regular payment made during a person's retirement from an investment fund to which that person or their employer has contributed during their working life too. And next, let's move to Ms. Sushira.
For the next question, question number 8. What are the advantages and disadvantages of doing this job? This job has lots of advantages. The first advantage is this job is a stable job. The second one is it has the official welfare and official holidays. Moreover, this job also provides you about sick leave and personal leave. And the most important advantage of being a teacher is teachers can instruct and support their students to become effective populations in our society. However, there are some disadvantages of this job as well. The first disadvantages of this job is this job has too many works and duties. The second one is they work all the time because they have to improve themselves so that they can teach useful and effective lessons to students. And the last one, some teachers work overtime, but they can't get overtime money. For the next question, question number 9. What are some tips and suggestions for people who are interested in applying for this job? The first tip is you should be a student lover. The next one, you should love teaching in order to communicate with students and makes them feel fun with the lesson you teach. Another tip is you should be an adaptable person. For some suggestions, since this job has many responsibilities, including teaching and school duty, so you should be a person who truly loves being a teacher and respect your job. And another suggestion is you should set your goal or your mind to become a good teacher who would like to instruct students both knowledge and behavior with heart of being a teacher. Let's move to Ms. Champunut.
Question number 10. How has this job been affected during the COVID-19 pandemic? The main effect is that the style of learning and teaching is changed from on-site classes to online classes. At that time, technology was not ready for online learning that much, and it affected quite a number of senior teachers in using a program to teach students because the technology was quite not suitable for them to learn new things, which is pretty hard for their generation. The change in teaching style makes teachers' stress increase and may lead to burnout. It makes more teachers have thought that they can't go on in this career and then change to other jobs. Let's move on to the next slide. Question number 11. What have you learned from doing this activity and from interviewing a person doing your dream job? Any new knowledge or surprise? What we have learned from doing this activity is that, first, improve yourself all the time because the world changes every day. So if you have improved yourself, that means you can create your own opportunity as well. And stay persistent. They may have obstacles, but if you can overcome them and keep going, you will achieve your goal. Next, new knowledge or surprise. First, people who have bachelor degrees can test the teacher certification exam directly. And this year, the main goal for high school English teachers is that students can use English to communicate, especially in Bangkok. Moreover, in school breaks, teachers still have to work, following the Ministry of Education policy. However, some schools give teachers school breaks for 10 to 15 days. And it has many changes because of the new generation. For example, teachers don't need to do many papers for promoting their levels like before. Furthermore, in Thailand, a school reputation also has an effect on teachers. Working in the top high school can make them qualified. Thank you for your time and your attention.